Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Tim, Braden, Second Legacy, you are amazing. This is the show where we break down, through conversation and real deep understanding, the 2A, add some humor and sarcasm, and make it a delicious dish for you to share with everyone that you love. So make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, because as usual, it's time to discuss gun control as the solution to the Trump assassination after it's his fault forever. You know, that
Attempt.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Attempt. You're right. Attempt. And it didn't happen. Good point, Tim. Let's dive into this, because as you mentioned, attempt, which means it didn't happen, which means it should never be talked about ever again, according to the lefties on X. Didn't happen.
I have a wild one. Dr. Producer doesn't have this one. I'll throw it over to him here really quick. But just to that point, old Ed Krassenstein, guess what he had to say?
Oh, what did he say?
MAGA's now claiming that there was another assassination attempt on Trump. Fact is, Trump was never in any danger. And after two people exchanged gunfire outside of his Florida golf course, they just keep pushing more and more lies. See, his tack, because the gunman didn't get a shot off and the Secret Service fired at him, it wasn't a real assassination attempt because he didn't get a shot off. These idiots won't stop.
Oh, no, they'll never stop, because it's not an assassination attempt if bullets aren't flying towards the target. I mean, it's not like the guy had an illicit firearm with an obliterated serial number, which is a federal gun control crime, which is weird that failed, hiding in the bushes with intel of clearly where the president was going to be, with a GoPro to film the entire thing with the intent to kill the guy. That's not an assassination attempt, Tim.
Oh, and don't forget, he had put up ceramic tiles or panels or something as presumably to be used to deflect incoming fire. Yeah. So he hung that on the fence that he was shooting through or planned to shoot through. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. It's not an assassination attempt. That makes total sense. These people are asinine. Oh my God. Anyway, all right. So let me just dive right into this, because I've got to show you how they're twisting this. This is something from this morning. God almighty. Okay, Tim, just bear with me. This is going to be a rough one, guys. This is number 4. The Secret Service didn't fail Trump on Sunday. America's gun culture did.
Yep, that's it.
Here we go. Here we go.
You know,
all right.
America's fertilizer culture didn't fail us in Oklahoma City. It was Ryder trucks, people.
Yeah, it was.
It had nothing to do with Timothy McVeigh. Yeah,
no,
it had nothing to do with Timothy McVeigh. It was the fertilizer company and Ryder trucks. We really need to rein these products in. You cannot have these products on the streets. They're too dangerous.
Yeah. Well, it turns out America's gun culture failed him. That was the whole point. It wasn't about the psychopath that went from Hawaii to Florida, got some stolen license plates, and obliterated a serial number, violating gun control the whole way through. But no big deal. Gun control is the answer. Let's talk about that more. So, Tim, of course, fair disclosure for everybody who's watching, because I love you guys. This is from MSDNC. It's going to be a thing. We got to show you what the opponents are doing. All right. And here's what it is, Tim. This is number 5. On Sunday, Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump had to be whisked away while members of his Secret Service detail fired upon an apparent would-be assassin. Apparent would-be. Got these people and their language choices. Who they had spotted pointing an assault-style rifle towards the golf course Trump was on. The golf course Trump was on, not Trump. No. The golf course in an apparent assault. Oh, my God. Right. I don't know how we'll get through this.
They're trying to feed their own side's conspiracy theories.
That's exactly right. It was a apparent assassination attempt, and they were pointing an assault-style rifle buzzword toward the golf course Trump happened to be on.
They're shooting at the oil cans. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Exactly. They're shooting the cans. Exactly. We've reached an inflection point in our society. We can't keep the most vulnerable among us, our school children, safe from shooters. And now we can't guarantee the security of the most protected, high-ranking officials in and around our government. Can you tell where this is going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure out how he found out Trump was golfing that day.
Well, but it's guns, Tim. It's the guns. You know that.
High-ranking officials around our government that perhaps the government is giving intel out about.
Oh, anyway. My goodness gracious.
Perhaps. Allegedly.
Allegedly. I like alleged. I love it. Well, now let's hear how it's not Secret Service's fault. It's our rights' fault, Tim. We don't need these rights. It's our rights' fault.
You and your freedoms, they must be stopped.
Gosh, you're so dirty. This is number 6.
They're too dangerous to the man that we hate.
Yes, exactly. We hate him so much, but your rights are bad. They're trying to do that whole like there's icing on both sides of the cookie kind of thing.
Right.
Oh, God in heaven. All right. So this is number 6. Yet, despite all their obvious mistakes that day, we've essentially dumped a now virtually impossible task on the lap of federal agents and told them to figure it out. That task to guard the lives of their protectees in outdoor settings, including the 31 states that allow citizens to walk around displaying a gun in a nation with 20 million assault-style rifles, defies logic.
Yeah, because if you're walking around with an openly displayed firearm, you're sneaking around. Apparently, it's like
Yep.
nobody knows that you're armed. I think maybe they might be more concerned about somebody that's like sneaking around trying to set up in a bush that isn't openly displaying a firoarm. But then you go back to the first assassination attempt, and the guy was literally openly displaying a firearm, but he wasn't supposed to be there. Yeah,
on a roof.
On a roof, they were supposed to be watching.
And bushes. It's odd. The weirdest thing that you see these days. It's so bizarre. At least the would-be assassin was pointing the gun at the golf course and not at Trump. I mean, thank God.
And keep in mind, folks, that they're blaming the guns here and saying, just today's world, folks, they just had this impossible task and they've just been told to sort it out. Political assassinations go back throughout written history.
Yes. Hey, you remember Franz
Et brute?
Ferdinand?
And it's like, they go back throughout history. This is nothing new for the Secret Service. The Secret Service was founded long ago because they were dealing with potential assassination attempts of political figures. It is not the guns, people. It is the people doing this that you need to be looking for.
That is very true. But listen, Tim, we got to get those violins out for the Secret Service because they've got an impossible task, as I mentioned. Again, we're about to get into the really good parts of this article. We're just getting into the stupid foundations. Okay. Don't worry, they built a big castle of stupid on it. So here's something from number 7 on the tail end of this, Tim. In fact, the Secret Service budget has expanded by 55% in the last decade, according to the Cato Institute. Those extra dollars seem to not have had an impact on the agency's ability to successfully carry out their zero-fail mission. That's because you can't just throw money at an implausible mission and hope it helps. Says the left? My God, every single solution is throw money at it. Oh, You don't like debt? Let's just pay you out. Oh, you don't like the border? Let's just fund everything. For the love of God.
Yeah, we have to worry about keeping the planet green, save the planet. How are we going to do that? We're going to tax you.
More money.
Yeah,
but not now though.
Taxes
Tim.
Fix it. Yeah,
not now because it's clear you can't just throw money at an implausible mission and hope it helps. Okay. Hey, why don't we cut back that ATF funding? That's ludicrous. They need that funding.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The way these people talk out of both sides of their mouths to accomplish their mission and they get away with it for 50% of the population boggles my mind. But anyway, here's some more stuff that stacks on a previous video we did. This is number 8. God in heaven.
But before number 8. Look, folks, you might be saying, but it kind of sort of makes sense. Just ban the guns and these things would stop. Okay, let's go back a couple of years to Japan. They have not allowed firearms for a long time, right? And guess what? They had a political assassination of a guy that shot them with a homemade gun. Why? Because firearms are not difficult to make. They make them in prison. Okay? Yeah. So, good grief. Stop blaming inanimate objects for the actions of people. They just want to take your rights away. Hillary Clinton, I think, famously said something, and I'm wildly paraphrasing here. It's just to maintain your freedom, we just got to encroach on your freedoms a little bit. The First Amendment, the Second Amendment,
That's a big, wild paraphrase.
I know. I don't remember what the dingbat said, but it's they truly think, the entire left seems to think that if we just infringe upon your freedoms a little bit, we can secure your freedom.
Well, it's just like George Bush. He said, I've abandoned the free market system to save it. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
We're going to save it by getting rid of it. Yeah. Right.
We're going to save it by shooting it. Yeah. All right. So
anyway,
this is so fascinating. Oh my God. All right. This is number 8. We don't yet know whether this man was in lawful possession of the assault-style rifle he wielded on Sunday. Well, Tim, you and I know
because
he's a felon. Okay.
Well, in an obliterated serial number.
Yeah, exactly.
Big question mark there, folks.
That's a no-no. They don't like that. They don't like that at all. But but they don't know, Tim. The gun that was pointing at the golf course, which Trump happened to be on, we don't know. We simply don't know. Anyway, even though you and I know, but it's no big deal. Whatever. We're just two dudes on the internet. Let's see. Nor do we know whether he had any felony convictions that would have precluded his purchase or possession of the gun. This article was written this morning. Today is Tuesday, September 17th. Yes, we
actually do know. We do know. Yes, he was a felon. Yeah.
Yes, we absolutely freaking do. He was a felon with an obliterated serial number and stolen license plates from Hawaii in Florida who happened to know where Trump was, or the golf course where Trump was. Oh my God. Oh,
yeah. And they did mention that he had been previously charged, but not convicted of possessing of weapon of mass destruction, an illegal fully automatic machine gun, and resisting an officer and hit and run. Yeah. And he was still out running around from Hawaii to Mar-a-Lago. Yeah.
Still free. Well, Trump International, to be perfectly fine-tuned. Trump International Golf Course, not Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, Trump International. Okay. All right. Yeah, I originally saw the original news report yesterday.
Good.
Was Mar-a-Lago. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, wow. I mean, there's just nothing there, folks. It's stunning how this happened. It is stunning because this guy should have been sitting in jail somewhere. How did he get out? How do you know all this stuff? How do you want to put a weapon? How do you travel cross country, cross half of the planet, making $3,000 a month when the plane ticket costs that?
Yeah, it's so odd. You know, something else that someone brought up in some of the comments I've seen on this. Hey, here's a question. This guy was in Ukraine and he was recruiting people around the world to try to get more people out there to fight the Russians in the new like Holy Quest. How's a felon get a passport?
Yeah, how's a felon get a passport? And just a little cherry on top of that icing is the Ukrainian said this guy's a lunatic and sent him home.
He said, nope, not today. Yep, exactly right. They're literally like, anybody with a pulse. The guy's like, me. No.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, back when Lee Harvey Oswald wound up in the Soviet Union when nobody could go there. Then he was allowed back into the country afterwards.
It's so odd.
I guarantee you the State Department knew exactly what this clown was doing when he was going to Ukraine.
Mysteries abound. Mysteries abound, Tim. Well, wrapping up number 8, and this is the piece. This is where it takes a deep turn towards our gun rights, because that's where the problem is. Nevertheless, ask any responsible gun owner if this guy should have a gun, and they tell you no. That's where we need to focus. The guns and people who shouldn't have them. That's where we need to focus. Nothing else. No other details here. Nothing. That's the point, huh? Almost like it's a predetermined destination you want to take the conversation to, because you're a gun controlling organization, MSDNC.
Yeah. Hashtag it's the guns. It's well, I mean, they kind of sort of, the guns, and I was really surprised by the comma and the thing that followed after that, and the people who shouldn't have them. They're getting close to the fact that we should be focusing on criminal behavior and criminals and not inanimate objects. Because the criminals are going to criminal. Inanimate objects are going to remain inanimate unless a criminal picks one up and uses it for something.
And animates it.
Yes.
That's true.
They're getting closer, but I'm sure they're going to get deflected again.
They're so close. I don't think they're going to get there. Well, so I'm going to skip number 9 because basically all that one says is we need bipartisan action on guns now. Okay, that's the new touching point.
Shocking.
Shocking. I'm so shocked. But this part, Tim, there is a step-by-step process, and are you going to love the step-by-step process so much? This recommendation is, if I were to say, what would Tim like to hear this morning? This is it. All right, this is number 10. The solutions offered by the writer of the article at MSGNC. First, double the size and budget of the federal agency responsible for enforcing existing gun laws, the ATF. The ATF is woefully understaffed and barely able to do what we're asking of it, including find stolen guns and arrest people who unlawfully manufacture weapons or parts like ghost guns and fully automatic weapons, trace weapons found at crime scenes, and halt the illegal flow of weapons into the United States, even though okay, hold on. They're supposed to do all of that across the country and the globe with less than 3,000 agents and as recent $50 million slash to their budget. Where do you want to start on that one?
Yeah, I mean, of course, the left's solution to everything is taxes and increase the size of government because it's so efficient.
But you can't throw money at it, Tim. They said it right there.
You can't throw money at it. But our first proposal is to throw money at it, even though we said throwing money at it will not do anything. And of course, that includes raising taxes and expanding the size of government because that always turns out so well. Kind of like hiring 87,000 IRS agents. It's like, it's like, well, we'll just expand the size of government. That should fix all of our problems as they continue to run us off a financial cliff. And they still haven't gotten to the brunt of it. And look, folks, the ATF is not tasked with enforcing gun laws in the United States across all 50 states. The states do it themselves, okay? Yes. ATF gives guidance to local law enforcement, stuff like that. They literally have the enlistment and the assistance of state and federal law enforcement outside of ATF assisting them. So when they say the ATF is understaffed, no, it's not, because they literally have the resources of other departments within the federal government, and they have the resources of state level governments.
Mm-hmm.
So saying that, oh yeah, we can fix all this by throwing more money at the ATF. No, you're just going to get more wasted money.
Correct. But you know, the thing that kills me about this is, goodness gracious, they already don't do what they are mandated to do. They are weaponized against lawful gun owners in the United States. This whole little thing about, they're trying to stop guns from coming across, and all the illicit purchases and the trafficking. They literally, under the Biden administration, shut down an operation that was focusing on the trafficking networks. It's called Operation Thor. We've covered it multiple times. Yeah. They defunded the entire thing. So this whole they don't have it thing is crap. The other part that really bothers me about this is they literally go down this road every single time of just plug and play of whatever little talking point I've said in the past. It's like a flow chart. Like, for example, man, look at this. This is terrible. You can't just throw money at something. Oh my God, it's the guns. We should take the guns. Oh, wait a minute. We should talk about the underfunded ATF. We've done that before. And they just pick and choose these predetermined points. That's all it is. If you guys watch our shows, like both this one, our independent shows, they always go back to the exact same wells. It's just a mix and match of what they want to talk about.
Yep.
God.
I know. They talk in circles. Yep. They even talk in circles in this article. You know,
I know.
Can't throw money at it. It's not going to fix anything. But our first proposal to fix everything is to throw money at it.
Exactly.
Just unbelievable, man.
Oh.
And it's people of this low IQ, I guess, that are running our government. They're not just running MSDNC. They're running our government.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
The stupid's not done. We have another one.
The stupid's not done. We do have one more. Thank you.
This is my favorite one to pick at. This is my favorite scab to pick at right here. Number 11.
Okay. I'm glad you cheated. You cheated a little bit. Okay, I like it. Okay, this is number 11. All right. Third. This is the third point of the three. The second point was just basically money, financial stuff. That's boring. Number 3. We need to significantly reduce the number of assault-style rifles in this country. There it is.
Stop. Yeah.
Found it.
Interesting choice of words. Now, we already know that they want to ban assault-style rifles, which they can't define. Ask them what defines an assault rifle, and they won't be able to give you an answer. But beyond that, they've changed the narrative a little bit here in this sentence, folks. We need to significantly reduce.
Isn't that weird?
We don't want to take your guns. We just want to reduce the numbers, and we might reduce your numbers a little bit. It's like
easy.
Yeah, and we just want to reduce them because logically, if there's only a handful, if we go from 20 million down to 1 million of these in circulation, then of course that's going to solve the world's problems, right?
Reduced it.
Is that what they're suggesting here? No, reality is, folks, they just want to take your guns away. There's no because they significantly reduce the number. They just want to delete the number.
Right, and they they wanted to reduce it. It's just reduction. It's really reduction for the betterment of safety.
Yep.
I mean,
you couldn't be any more dishonest in a single sentence if you tried.
That's not true. I got more for you.
Oh, okay.
This is even more here. All right. This can be right up your alley. I'm so excited because you were here for this. So research has shown, Tim, that not only are these weapons preferred by mass shooters, but past federal bans on such weapons actually work to reduce mass shootings. According to Everytown, not a biased source at all, only the leading gun control group in the United States, quote, a study found that the federal prohibition on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines was associated with a significant decrease in public mass shootings and related casualties, preventing at least 11 public mass shootings during the last 10 years it was in effect. Okay. Please go. Please go.
Yeah, because, Columbine literally happened in the middle of that ban.
Yes, it did.
And by the way, if you could throw up the image, Doc, I think it's number 12?
No, I got you. Yeah, it's number 12.
Okay, take a look at this, folks. Okay, so I lived through the 94 assault weapons ban. And what you're looking at right here is a pre-ban and what was known as a post-ban rifle. On the top, that is a pre-ban rifle. This is the full-featured rifle that they classified as an assault weapon. And right below it is the post-ban not assault weapon based on the law. Now, the layperson looking at this would say they're the same rifle. And they really are, because what changed were cosmetics. They took off the flash suppressor, doesn't do anything that would be useful to a potential assassin or criminal. And it took off a bayonet lug because, drive-by bayonettings have been a real problem in the United States.
It is bad.
And they did ban the production of new 30-round magazines and things like that, anything over 10 rounds. But the tens of millions in circulation, they didn't take away because they can't track them because they're not serialized. So they knew it was a fool's errand to say, well, we got to ban those and confiscate them because they don't even know that they exist, right? And so, they just want to significantly reduce the number of these folks. They don't want to take them away.
No.
They don't want to go back to the silly cosmetic changes that studies found actually stopped crime, because who wants to commit a crime without a bayonet lug or a flash hider?
I mean, it's so unfashionable.
Right?
It is. I mean, you think about the muzzle report. Oh, my God. Oh, it's so bad. The blowback.
But this change, Braden, saved lives. It stopped 11 school shootings because nobody in their right mind wants to show up to a school shooting with that ugly rifle without a flash suppressor. It just does. It looks incomplete. You look like a novice, right?
It checks out. It does check out, Tim.
It saved so many lives.
It's bad. It's you hate to see it. Of course, we're being sarcastic. These people are liars.
Yeah, and they're lunatics. They don't even know what they're proposing.
This never, ever reduced shootings. In fact, multiple shootings still occurred at the exact same time. It is well documented that there was a negligible impact of the assault weapons ban.
None.
It was
the original government study said they could find no evidence of any reduction of crime through the ban period, which is why Congress didn't renew it. They voted not to renew it. It did nothing. And then they revised that, because just like when the CDC put out the report saying guns save more lives than they're misused and take, and they had to immediately pull that down when the Every Towns and the Giffords found out about it because of the political pressure. Well, that's what they're doing here again.
That's weird. So weird. It's so weird. But that's what I've got for you, Tim. That's what I've got for you. I guess we've solved the problem. That's it. It's the gun culture. Going right back to that title.
Why don't they just call it the muzzle device ban? I mean, why do we got to call it assault weapon? Why don't we call it the bayonet lug ban? I mean,
I like lug. I feel like lug's got to be in the name.
I just want to see them for once define what they think is an assault weapon, because they tried this in 1994, and you've seen the image of what that definition was. Cosmetics. I mean, good grief. Anyway, I need to go do some stress relief, maybe some meditation. All right. Thanks for riling me up again this morning, Braden. Thanks for watching Second Legacy.
That's what I do.
We'll talk to you guys soon.